Picture a world vastly different from the one we know today. A world where the continents are still drifting into their modern positions, covered in dense humid forests and vast interconnected river systems. This is the late Cretaceous period, an era that represents the absolute zenith of dinosaur evolution. The air is thick with the scent of pine and ferns, heavy with the oppressive heat of a greenhouse Earth. In this primeval landscape, nature has engineered the ultimate biological machines, apex predators that rule their respective domains with unchallenged authority. Among these magnificent creatures, two names echo through the corridors of time with unmatched resonance: the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the Spinosaurus. For generations, enthusiasts and scientists alike have debated a spectacular hypothetical scenario. If the boundaries of time and geography were erased, and these two titans were to cross paths, who would emerge as the true king? It is a question that ignites the imagination, a clash of different evolutionary paths. To understand the reality of such an encounter, we must strip away the myths of Hollywood and dive deep into the fossil record. We must explore the distinct environments that shaped them, the anatomical weapons they possessed, and the brilliant survival strategies that made them the undeniable lords of their ancient realms. Let us first travel to the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The sheer physical presence of a mature T-Rex is almost beyond comprehension. Standing up to 20 feet tall and stretching 40 feet from snout to tail tip, this magnificent creature is a marvel of biomechanical engineering. Weighing in at a staggering 8 to 9 tons, every ounce of the T-Rex is designed for absolute power and domination. Its legs are pillars of solid muscle, built not just for sustaining its massive bulk, but for delivering short explosive bursts of speed to ambush unwary targets. However, the true terror of the T-Rex lies in its skull. Massive, heavily reinforced, and reaching up to 5 feet in length, it houses a set of jaws that defy belief. These jaws are lined with dozens of serrated teeth, some the size of bananas, anchored deep into the bone. But the T-Rex does not just rely on sharp teeth. It relies on crushing force. Paleontologists estimate its bite force could exceed 12,000 pounds, enough to easily shatter solid bone and heavy prehistoric armor. When a T-Rex strikes, it does not just wound. It fundamentally neutralizes its target through sheer, uncompromising, kinetic impact. Furthermore, this tyrant king is far from a mindless brute. The structure of its brain cavity reveals enlarged olfactory bulbs, granting it an exceptional sense of smell to track from miles away. Crucially, its eyes are positioned to face forward, providing binocular vision and depth perception that rivals modern birds of prey. The T-Rex calculates stalks and executes its hunting strategies with an intelligence that perfectly complements its devastating physical prowess. Now, let us shift our gaze across the prehistoric globe to the sprawling, vibrant river deltas of late Cretaceous North Africa, approximately 97 million years ago. This is a drastically different ecosystem, a waterlogged world of winding channels, deep lakes, and vast mangrove swamps. Here, ruling the waterways with silent, menacing grace, is the enigmatic Spinosaurus. For decades, the Spinosaurus was a mystery, but recent discoveries have unveiled a creature that challenges our very understanding of predatory dinosaurs. It is longer than the T-Rex, reaching incredible lengths of up to 50 feet, yet its build is fundamentally different. It is slender, elongated, and highly specialized for a semi-aquatic lifestyle. The most iconic feature, of course, is the magnificent sail along its back. Supported by tall neural spines, this structure may have served as a spectacular display of dominance, a complex thermoregulatory system, or a combination of both. But look past the sail, and you see the ultimate fissure. The skull of the Spinosaurus is long and narrow, uncannily resembling that of a modern crocodile. Its teeth are conical, straight and unserrated, perfect, not for crushing bone, but for piercing and holding onto slippery, writhing aquatic prey. Its sensory adaptations are equally specialized. Small pits at the end of its snout likely housed pressure sensors, allowing it to detect the subtle vibrations of giant prehistoric fish in murky waters. Its hind legs are relatively short, while its tail is broad and paddle-like, designed to propel it through deep river channels with the terrifying efficiency of an enormous aquatic serpent. The Spinosaurus is the undisputed master of the water's edge, utilizing patience, stealth, and a lightning-fast strike to secure its meals in an environment where the T-Rex would be hopelessly out of its element. When we place these two titans side by side for a scientific comparison, the contrasts are striking. It is a classic matchup of contrasting fighting styles and ecological niches, the heavily armored, terrestrial brawler, versus the agile, semi-aquatic specialist. In terms of overall length, the Spinosaurus takes the crown. Its elongated body and sweeping tail make it the longest known carnivorous dinosaur to ever walk the earth. However, length does not necessarily equate to superior mass or power. The Tyrannosaurus rex is significantly bulkier, with a much heavier barrel-shaped torso and far denser bone structure. If the two were placed on a scale, the T-Rex would likely outweigh the Spinosaurus, providing a crucial advantage in pure physical leverage, stability, and sheer muscle mass. The weapon systems of these creatures further highlight their diverging evolutionary paths. The Spinosaurus possesses impressive muscular arms, tipped with massive, scythe-like claws. These formidable hooks were perfect for grappling with giant aquatic prey or swiping at terrestrial competitors. In a close-quarters engagement, these arms represent a serious tactical threat. In contrast, the arms of the T-Rex are famously tiny, almost comical at first glance. Yet, they were heavily muscled and could hold immense weight, though their role in combat was likely minimal. For the T-Rex, the arms are largely irrelevant because the entire combat strategy is centralized in that terrifying skull. While the Spinosaurus has a bite designed to snatch, pierce, and hold securely, the T-Rex has a bite designed to instantly end a conflict. One specializes in precision and retention. The other specializes in overwhelming kinetic energy and structural destruction. Let us indulge in the ultimate thought experiment. Imagine a bizarre temporal anomaly that places a sprawling ancient river valley right in the middle of a dense fern forest. A wandering Tyrannosaurus rex, drawn by the scent of a fresh catch, breaks through the heavy tree line. At the water's edge, a massive Spinosaurus is dragging a huge prehistoric fish onto the muddy bank. The two titans lock eyes. The air grows thick with tension, the ambient sounds of the Cretaceous jungle suddenly falling dead silent. The Spinosaurus, fiercely territorial of its fishing grounds, arches its back, making its spectacular sail flush with color to appear even more massive and imposing. It opens its crocodilian jaws, releasing a low, vibrating hiss that ripples across the water's surface. The T-Rex, fearless and driven by ancient instinct, responds with a deep chest-rattling vocalization, stepping forward with earth-shaking confidence. If the confrontation occurs in deep water, the advantage heavily shifts to the Spinosaurus. It can easily outmaneuver the heavy-set T-Rex, using its paddle-like tail to strike swiftly from below, pulling the terrestrial king off balance and utilizing the aquatic environment to its absolute advantage. But if the standoff happens on solid ground, the dynamics change entirely. The Spinosaurus, with its shorter legs and center of gravity, adapted for swimming, is significantly less agile on land. It would likely try to use its superior reach, swiping with those massive claws, to keep the tyrant king at bay. The T-Rex, however, is a master of terrestrial positioning. It would weather the intimidation, displays, circling, and waiting for the perfect moment to lunge forward with explosive speed. All the T-Rex needs is one solid connection with its jaws. If those bone-crushing teeth latch onto the neck or the delicate spine of the Spinosaurus, the immense bite force would be absolutely catastrophic, ending the territorial dispute in a matter of seconds. Ultimately, nature does not stage arena matches. The reality is that neither of these magnificent animals was intrinsically superior to the other. They were simply perfectly adapted to conquer their specific ecological challenges. The Spinosaurus is a testament to the incredible versatility of dinosaur evolution, proving that these creatures could dominate not just the land, but the deep waterways as well. It is a highly specialized masterpiece of the river delta. The Tyrannosaurus rex, on the other hand, represents the ultimate refinement of terrestrial predation, a walking engine of unmatched power and sensory perfection, designed to hunt the toughest, most heavily armored prey on land. If we must declare a true king of the dinosaurs, we must acknowledge that a kingdom is defined by its environment. In the murky depths and winding rivers of the primeval world, the Spinosaurus wears the crown without challenge. But on the solid earth, amidst the ancient forests and plains, the Tyrannosaurus rex remains the undisputed heavyweight champion of history. They are both unparalleled monarchs of their vanished worlds, forever commanding our endless awe and deepest respect. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel